There we go. Here we go.
See whether we've missed anything that stands out here.
Is it live? Are we live? Are we live? Are we on TV?
Yeah. We're just.
Yes.
I am live. I'm on
Hi,
TV.
Mom.
Hi, Mom.
All right. So yeah, I mean, there's also Fiend's Grip. Have to talk about that. And Assassinates. Soulbind. There might be some combinations. I want to say there's almost no
Ooh.
stuns. There's not a lot of
Unleash
stuns.
is there.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that was a definite pocket play there in terms of we pulled in the Unleash.
That's gonna be huge.
Because Morphling doesn't have.
That's correct.
Doesn't have Morph. Yeah. So for those of you interested, some of the heroes do not have their don't have their spells part of the draft. So random other spells are introduced in. So like examples are Multicast from Ogre, Morph from Morphling, Divided We Stand. So as a result, there's a bunch of extra stuff. So we'll have to see.
This Unleash could turn up our favors here in terms of what we were talking about. I think they'll give that a bit of priority.
So we're gonna see Tusk going for Berserker's Call very early on. So BKB Piercing Disable. Yeah, so Shadow Realm does come to the Grimstroke, and our Morphling has a variety of options. Split Shot, Waveform. Tonton's a big fan of Waveform. Gotta say that. And he
makes a lot of sense on the Morphling as well.
Yeah.
Snowball is kind of niche here in terms of, they already have the call, that kind of thing. Who are you rolling on to?
Phantom's Embrace is a good silence.
Kind of rough giving Tauntaun the waveform, but there's nothing really you can do about it, and it works so well against his talent tree. So that's going to be a pretty great first pick for him.
I was gonna say Shrapnel, very important, and it does get picked up. Sniper goes for straight shots. So does Blop go for split shot now? Because you do want to limit the sniper in some way. I think if he goes split shot and unleash, it's really, really strong.
Take it now, though.
The take aim, the unleash. He goes for the take aim instead.
Right.
So he doesn't have a farming
spell just as good.
yet, but he can always supplement that with a Maelstrom.
Yeah. Phase shift still in the pool as well.
Oh, Moments of Courage. That's very interesting. On a sniper, you need to move forward and start attacking so you get procs off the creeps.
Feels risky as a sniper, right? You just want to.
Yeah, it doesn't feel too comfortable there for sure.
Your food for the Tusk and the Morph at this point.
I like the build that we see from Gobolov, because he's gonna ink swirl himself, blink in, stun, and then he's gonna pop the Bedlam, and that's gonna be a very strong combination on these somewhat weak heroes. Okay, so Mystic Snake with the Nightmare on the Puck. So that's very interesting.
It's a good setup.
Yeah, and that we have left Berserker's Call and Counter Helix now for the Tusk. If he wants to just go for the combo,
he'll pick it up.
And one thing that also has to be said is that Ultimate got picked first by Scarith Mage, so Tusk can guarantee himself a Warrior's Punch if he wants, or he can go for Dream Coil.
More defensive, like Mana Shield or Tag Team.
I think they're trying to leave that maybe for the Morphling, and I think the Grimstroke might.
Okay.
I think that the Grimstroke might also steal the Mana Shield now, because if he doesn't, the Morphling will. Instead goes Assassinate, leaving Mana Shield. Or do we just see the Stone Form in the combo? Okay, the Stone Form comes out.
Makes sense.
I guess one thing that has to be said is, who else is going to take the Mana Shield? Sniper? It's not really good.
Legion, maybe? Not really the best.
Yeah, I don't think that's good for him.
It's more of a deny pick at that point, right?
Yeah, we've seen how badly deny picks go out, especially if you're having to force yourself to do it. I don't know. Actually, Terrorwise Inkswell Mana Shield might not be too bad because of the bonus mana and the
this Bane's
the face shift there.
Yeah, that's a lot.
So Dark Willow still has orb and has split shots. I would take the split shot here. It's very greedy, but
yeah.
What else could you go for? Liquid Fire doesn't give you Liquid Frost. Remember, that's.
I mean, if you wanted the farming ability, you could try for one of those, but it goes for concussive.
Concussive shot's not too bad. Yeah, the slow into unleash into the orb. That's not a bad build at all.
Too, to be able to do that max range, right?
Exactly. Yeah, that's a good shot.
leaving split shot means that Morphling will get it though. There's no way Legion will take it, and Axe only needs an ultimate to go.
Yeah. But I guess Morphling has a flex now, whether you want to go the Mana Shield or the Split Shot, because both options are incredible here. Yeah?
Yeah, I think that the split shot with Shadow Realm, I don't want to see that.
Right, the Grimm's picked, the Axe has picked up the Soulbind. I'm trying to look at see whether there's
Good
anything
single
particularly
targets.
good.
Assassinate.
Yeah, it's going to be Spell
Banal.
Shade. Banal will be good there, absolutely. Assassinate's got it as well. There is
Duel
the
doesn't
Brain
work,
Sap
right?
as well.
If I remember right. I haven't tested that
What
one in a
doesn't
long
work?
time. Bedlam Duel. Not
Ah.
Bedlam, Soulbind Duel, sorry.
No. Oh, they have Arcane Curse as well. Okay, there's some abilities, but they're quite long long cooldowns and long uses.
Brain
You know.
Sap too.
I'm not
It's a fair
surprised by
amount.
most of these spells which are left in the draft, but I got to say that I'm a little bit surprised about split shot. That's about it.
Liquid Fire. Liquid Fire is disgusting, and that being left is a bit strange as well to me.
It is,
But
but
like you
like
said,
It's also
I think
very
it's like
greedy, right? In terms of it doesn't do a lot for you, and if you're not going to be going for that push, then
I mean, I think minus 60 attack speed is pretty solid
pretty
and
good.
prevents
Yeah.
blinks.
Well, as we load in, we're going to see what these teams can do for us to show us how these drafts work perfectly towards their plan. So looking forward to seeing both these teams, No Jungle and G2OP. I'll pull this one out of the hat.
So another interesting thing is who's going to be playing mid for G2OP? Is it going to be Space Cowboy? Or, I mean, he's the guy we've mostly seen mid, but we also saw him play safe in one game. Alright, the pause comes
Already.
out. Classic. Alright, so support Puck in the top lane. What's he got? Oh, a little bit of packet loss is what he's got. Yeah, so the Puck has got Dream Coil, Nightmare, Phantom's Embrace, Dual Breath. Really frustrating, I think, is Dual Breath in the Phantom's Embrace, where you lose, I mean, at max level, 40 attack speed gets reduced, and then you have to hit this thing that's on top of you. On
that's
some
gonna
of the
feel so
heroes,
bad.
yeah, I think on the Legion Commander, it'll be quite awful. Maybe on the Axe as well. But yeah, Morphling. What's Morphling? Morphling is Tonton. I think should play a safe lane with this build. It is like he does have an escape in the
It does
waveform.
feel like a safe lane build for him, which is kind of unfortunate because it does feel like he's more in his prime when he's on these mid sort of builds.
Yeah. And then Fish is moving out towards the mid lane. Could also safe lane with this build. Illusionary Orb, Concussive Shots, Take Aim, Unleash. Going to be devastating later on. I think we're going to see a lot of damage coming out if his lane doesn't fall apart. In the bot lane, we got Block playing support, which is amazing. And he's got Shrapnel, Ice Path, Adaptive Strike Strength, and Macrofire. And his partner's going to be the core in the lane on the Tusk with the Axe pairing of Berserker's Call and Counter Helix and Waning Rift. Warrior's Punch I don't think will be super good. It'll just be a knock-up, some form of disable in a draft which has very, very limited disable.
Well, it's kind of like a finisher or a starter, right? In terms of he could go in and Wallace
Yeah.
punch and then call, or he could jump in with the blink later and call, and then if someone's running away, he can punch them.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's going to be like how Tusk is in played as a support in that he uses it. He doesn't use it for insane damage. It's not like a combo. There are sometimes games in ability draft when you have a really high damage combo and you're unranged, and Warrior's Punch is a one hit, one kill. But this is going to be more just like like you say, part and parcel with the disrupting, stopping a TP.
It almost makes me wonder, does he go the Ags and get the Walrus Kick and the Waning Rift knockback?
Ooh, could be something to look out for.
Really annoying.
Yeah, I mean,
kick, call, like these things are things that feel like the cooldowns are almost aligned with each other, right? We talk about 11 seconds.
And as you say, there's also a few upgrades for his Agnum Scepter.
Mm-hmm.
3 on him. I don't know if anyone else has a lot of upgrades.
He won't get the Berserker's Call there, but we'll get the other 2.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. It requires battle hunger. But Ancient Seal is pretty good on the Scarlet Mage. It randomly seals the second target. Can be nice with the Fiend's Grip as well, but there aren't, like we said before, there are not many stuns in this draft. So Fiend's Grip is really good, and just in that there's limited ways to stop it. What else have we got? Arcane. The Grimstroke has got triple. Assassinate, Shadow Realm, Arcane Bolt. All of these are actually pretty excellent on the Grimstroke. Dark Portrait can be really solid later on also for the Axe. But I don't know if it's on its own justifiable. Maybe it is. Against Morphling. Against the Dark Willow. And there's a nice shard combination on Legion Commander for overwhelming odds upgrade, Brain Sap, and Inkswell. So a lovely little shard upgrade. Going to provide some timing for our Legion Commander.
I just worry about this poor sniper build. Like, it's a great build in theory. Like, those set of abilities on any other hero could be potentially fun, but
yeah,
it just feels so like, do you really want to be doing this with a sniper?
Yeah, it feels almost more like if Sniper's body was Axe's body instead with the same set of skills, I'd be so much more comfortable. But swapping that around, Axe having the sniper ability, the sniper having the Axe abilities doesn't really work just as well either.
A little bit of trash.
We'll see how they can make it work.
I do want to say that someone on the Radiant side, I didn't see who. Let me have a look at the net worth. Might have been a sniper. Used no, it's not the sniper, but someone used the mango to start there. So, ha.
Bit of a misplay there.
That's the classic start off misclick.
I think it might have been a Scarlet Mage. Anyway, some movements towards the mid lane. Pack could be caught out here. Smoke breaks.
30 seconds to battle.
And Morphling also in a little bit of trouble, but does have waveform. Can skill that up. Stroke of Fate. And for some reason, I've enabled this like diatide shader effect, and it is like impossible to watch Dota 2 the video game. So I'm gonna change that.
Looks like the horn is going to sound without really a first blood there. No real engagement, just wards on either side.
Battle begins.
Little tame. Oh, actually, as I say that, looks like they
That's
found the
whiskers.
sniper. A taunt is there, and that's going to be a first blood. And Blop is going to be the one to take it. I'm not sure who that guy is. Might have to ask him to explain who he is a little bit later on. You know, give us more background on his ability draft journey. Bit of a secret character.
Yeah, hasn't been a relative newcomer to the game.
Yeah. I kind of like this aggressive lane on the bot with the shrapnel and the call here. I think Sniper's gonna have actually quite a hard time because, like you said, he wants to be tanking creeps to get a little bit of that moment of courage. They're not gonna give him any opportunity for that really here. Maximus is gonna make out his life pretty difficult.
He doesn't have take aim also.
No, he does not. Yeah, more fuel for the fire. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, pretty standard mid lane. I think actually Fish taking a lot of damage here from space to start off.
It's such a great like laning ability in itself, and the fact he has a mid there in the Stroke of Fate is so powerful.
Yeah, he's got so much range.
And something we saw yesterday, and on Friday actually, was teams who have a mid player deciding to go for like non-optimal late game builds just to make sure they have one nuke, one spell in the mid lane, in order for them to be able to shove that lane out. And something that Fish and the Space Cowboy have in the Stroke of Fate and Illusionary Orb. But yeah, I think it would be a big like Stroke of Fate just seems so good at this. Action top, meanwhile, Puck getting caught out a little bit.
That's going to be the kill, I think, as well. One very slow last hit to get it in, but it does secure the kill. Meanwhile, mid lane, still pretty chill. Space Cowboy, though, pretty heftily leading against this Dark Willow.
Yeah.
And getting shoved back on the bot lane here. We're gonna see a little bit of fighting here, back and forth. Just bit of tickling either side. Oh, first shrapnel committed actually. Gonna be shoving them back. Blop, good jukes.
Oh.
There's a taunt actually. There's gonna be some more aggression here. The ice path is there. He's got one more stack of the shrapnel. Is gonna land. He's coming out of it, but the stun is good. They're gonna try and slow him down, and one more shrapnel to drop, and he is on 50 HP. But I don't think he's gonna get this kill. And the aggression's gonna end there.
Yeah, I mean, it's really frustrating to play against Scarith Mage so quick to just.
Sorry to
move
interrupt you,
around.
but top lane, it looks like
Oh.
they've dived, and the waveform's gonna secure the kill for Taunt on the top on that axe.
Wow.
What were you saying? Sorry, Noxville.
I was just saying that this is very frustrating to play against the Scarith Mage because always able to keep the good like distancing, the zoning between you and him. But what will happen, I think, later on is maybe once Vanguard comes out, the Tusk will go behind the tower, and that's going to put a lot of creep pressure onto the sniper, and it's going to make it hard for the Scarith Mage to really do anything. Doesn't have an actual big nuke, just has control through the Bramble Maze and the Curse Crown.
Not really using the pull lane too much here as well. Probably wanting to try and get this denied. The wave's going to be pushing out quite fast again.
Top
Making
lane?
the Hacksmiths pretty more comfortable. And yeah, top
Oh.
lane again. Another kill going, a return kill on the other side, going the other way now. As God Beloved does take the puck out of the game.
Yeah, so something that's
Bot lane again.
actually
It looks
bot-
like this
yeah.
time they have found him, and Sniper is going to fall here. But like you said, yeah, the control. Although Scarith has so much control here, it really doesn't have much to like definitively stop the aggression. It takes a little bit of time for his abilities to kind of close this down, and yeah, edging closer
Yeah.
to that Vanguard.
That said, the puck is really weak and they're exploiting it in the top lane. Doesn't have an escape. Heal Breath also takes some time, and Phantom's Embrace, even if he casts it on you, it doesn't stop you dying. He just gets a couple of last hits off, and that's all he needs.
Yeah.
Yes, Snake.
Too true. Too true.
And also, a little bit of damage coming out there, but yeah, in the top lane, the puck hasn't actually unblocked his full camp. Oh,
Speaking
they're
of top
going in
lane,
on the puck.
the stun doesn't land in the right timing, unfortunately, but they're gonna get a lot of damage here on the puck regardless. Big Taunton doing his best to slow out this fight, but it's the silence. Actually, he's got the Mystic Snake as well. The slow is there from the
Bone
Breathe
Demon's in
Fire.
trouble.
He's got Waveform in 2 seconds. And that's actually going to secure the kill. He does manage to get that there. God Beloved is going to maybe kill up the
Yeah, puck's
puck
dead.
here, and he does. The stun's going to be there as well. Can Morphling get out of it? He doesn't have really the mana. The Mystic Snake's there. One more right
easy.
click, and the creep secures the kill as well for God Beloved. And it looks like everyone's falling down on the top lane. Meanwhile, on the bot lane, Sniper does fall again. Very aggressively pushed very far forward, and now he's stuck at level 3 with both the offlaners on the Dire side at level 4. So this is going to be, less than an uphill climb and more of a wall now. And that
Yeah, but him
Vanguard
do-
has finished.
At least he's farming relatively well. So, yeah, he's got 24 last hits, 5 denies. So as soon as he gets treads, he is going to be able to go into the jungle and farm. He's actually doing it already, but because he's got Moment of Courage, I think it's a little bit more possible.
Much
But-
safer as him as well. Yeah. Maybe that's
Yeah,
the utility he was looking for from that ability.
Maybe. I mean, this is still not the timing he would really want to do it. I think it's still a little bit early.
Is under attack.
But he has level 2 up in it now.
Yeah, just noticing as well how far behind Big Taunton is on the farming. If you have a look, only 21 last hits to Sniper's 26. So the aggression in the top lane proving effective.
But 2 kills and an assist. Very big.
Yes.
It's a little bit early to head over to the net worth chart specifically, but he's only a 200 gold or so behind, So if he didn't die there against that creep, he would have been able to catch up. That's like the level that we're talking about right now.
For sure,
But-
for sure.
The puck did finally either cancel warded or it died, it expired, but he does have a camp that he can pull now. Instead deciding to go into the jungle and get a double stack off.
Ooh.
This is gonna be
Another
this is
kill
gonna be
on
nice.
top lane. If you look Look at the bot lane. There was a rotation. Space Cowboy trying to get that kill here. He does have the longest range initiation, but there is a rotation behind them. The puck is in the lane. Silence comes out first. It looks like Maximus is going to get the call first. There comes the Cursed Crown as well, but it doesn't really slow him. He jumps forward aggressively with the Raining Rift. He's going to try and catch the Skyroth, but the Skyroth does manage to walk away, and then more damage coming out here. It looks like Maximus is on the wrong side of the pitch here as he's being chased down.
He's gonna be able to blink call in a second. I think he just needs more teammates.
Yeah, Bramblemate is going to be there.
Yeah,
I think he's too greedy with that, and unfortunately he does fall. Space Cowboy almost securing a kill, but it's got below who's going to be cleaning that up there.
There are 4 Radiant heroes, but one has to ask, why did it take so long for the Dire heroes to kind of get around and support him? I don't know if you saw it, but when they were behind the tower, the puck was at the tower kind of just like chilling. I think we needed to see more of a proactive movement there by the Dire team to get right up and close with his teammate, because Blink Call could be absolutely massive. You got the shrapnel and you have the
Trying
ice
it now on the
path.
bot lane, and they do get the rotation on the Skyroth. Just as you were explaining that, they did try and rotate properly this time around. Good stacking of the skills, the slow and the silence to start, ice path to follow, and the shrapnel, and they do end up securing that kill. A bit more play like that, and they'll be able to get it. It looks like on top lane we may get an aggressive pull, but no, not quite.
Not a lot of disable, so the way in which they killed Santon is only if there's like an extended fight, or if he like overextends and uses waveform aggressively. And
Yeah.
I think that he actually should be going in towards the jungle, but what that means is we need to see someone come take this lane top and keep the pressure up, and the lack of that is really what's or why we're seeing
Him now, the
this.
waveform is going to come out, but the snowball is going to still go in under the tower. They've got the ultimate as well from the terrorize, and they're dealing a decent amount of damage.
baiting.
He's used his wand.
He's baiting. He's got one. Sorry, he
waveform.
has waveform.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And a really good clean up there. Fish coming in with the illusionary orb concussive shot to clean up 2 kills.
Yeah, wand and
I think
waveform is so good in that type of situation.
I think once they missed the first initiation and the snowball didn't land quick enough, I think they should have. Sorry, not the snowball. The other stun that they had.
Yeah.
Trying to see what it was. Ah, there it is. The
Inkswell?
Inkswell. That's it. Yeah.
Going at it again.
So yeah, now that Tonton's starting to get levels up in Mana Shield, I think that we're gonna see this get even more complicated for them trying to kill him. But one also has to ask is, if he had 1 level up in Stone Gaze, that wouldn't have been close, I think. As they dived, he would have Stone Gazed and they would have been
They
forced
had
to
no
run.
chance. Yeah.
Could have made it a little bit safer, or seeming a little bit safer. But all turns out fine, and good rotation from the boys.
Paying off.
He's queuing up a
playing
Radiance
so far.
here as well. Yeah,
He's got a
indeed, yeah. He's queued up a Radiance, I think. So, bit surprising to see
Interesting.
that, but yeah, I kind of like it. I kind of both don't mind it and also am quite curious about it. The Aghanims is queued next. I'm not sure whether that's intended to be the first item, but he's got 2.5, almost close to 2.5k gold saved up, so might be able to see a Radiance build on this Morphling. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah, that's really interesting.
I kind of like it. Very refreshing kind of item build that we've got.
Yeah, I mean, Radiance in general is something that just like didn't really see very much. I mean, a kill happening in the top lane, whatever. Gobble love, just getting caught out there. But
Yep, and the block tips have started up again.
but yeah, as I was saying, we didn't really see very much Radiance at TI.
No, yeah, it wasn't a very popular build for, I think, because the meta at the moment, especially in a normal set of Dota, it is a little bit too slow and perhaps not as utilitarian as some of the other items. But that being said, we didn't see very much Necro, we didn't see very much, the typical carries for Radiance, and Naga doesn't really build Radiance anymore. As I'm explaining this, looks like Blop is going to be taking a little bit of aggression in the top lane. The Assassin is going to come out and try and retain the vision, but he is going to get away. Meanwhile, Big Tonto's going to come in and do a couple quick pokes to God Beloved.
Yeah, we have like 3 of like the highest speed heroes in the game, right? We have Bane, who's pretty speedy. All action coming in.
Wow,
Yule comes
that was
on.
quick.
Yeah, Tonton. Oh, nice ice path coming in, but the snowball might save. Tonton's gonna be in a little bit of trouble here.
Yeah, that's a really, really, really good use of the the terrorize as well, forcing them all back.
Sniper
gonna
did
be cleaning up
survive and get some
Tonton.
dual damage out of that all too, so...
Yep. Surprising that 3 points of moments of courage paying off somewhat, and the headshot as well. So he might be making us eat our words in a few minutes here. We'll see how
it
that
feels
works
like
out.
that, doesn't it? Well, he did have the
it's too early
abysmal
to
raining
tell.
phase we talked about, though, and he just has
Yes.
to retreat to the jungle. There's no other option, and they have to punish that.
I mean, Legion jungle isn't too bad, and Legion doesn't really have more right-click damage,
I
so
literally
headshot's
say
going to
that,
help
and look who's
quite a
coming
lot.
up to punish it.
They're like, no, this sniper shouldn't be. Yeah, he's far too low. He's going to fall to this queue right away, and right, simply punished. Gobelove though is going to go for this again. There is the Walrus Punch going to be used up, as well as the Unleash. The Arcane Seal's going to be silencing him now. He's still got a couple points to Unleash, and there's the Soulbind as well. Are they going to try and get Soulbound here? Looks like they're going to go kill Space Cowboy as well. After using their ultimate, not really going to get much then. And the mid tower is going to be falling quite quickly there. Lots of ultimates used. I think at least 3 or 4, or 3 on either side. Yeah, Maximus playing that Axe cosplay, Frozen Axe style, with an extra blink and a big punch.
Yeah, and what I was saying earlier was we have like some of the speediest heroes in the game on spread out here. We have Legion Commander, base 330, which is right at the top.
Drop to you, but it looks like more aggression on top lane. They've all literally just rotated top. Everyone TP'd slowly there, and then Maximus jumped in and got the call. But yeah, they're not interested in listening to you talk about the movement speed. They're just not. They don't care about our commentary. They just want to fight.
This. I mean, we have seen 23 kills happening in 14 minutes here. So high octane. Hard to get a word in edgeways with. Every time you think you're safe, that's when you gotta be afraid. That's when you gotta worry. And
Top tier 1 top will fall. Sniper is gonna try and take this ancient stack. I think you've got time finally to make that point about the movement speed. You've abandoned it now.
I mean, I'll just say Scarlet Mage in that second tier, and then Bane once he gets his plus 30. Also Speedy Gonzalez, but
indeed,
yeah. It seems like the Radiant just wanted to quickly clean up their triangle. They had a couple of stacks. Don't want the Dire to come in and steal those. And maybe now's a good time to move over to the net worth chart, where we do see it is the dreaded 1, 2, 3 for the Dire cores on the top.
Absolutely. And this is typical no jungle style. Win a couple of times in the early laning phase, get a couple of good kills, and then try and take all the tier 1 towers one after the other. And look at the map as they sit now. It's exactly what they've done. So typical no jungle fashion.
I'm really interested to see about what happens with this Radiance.
They spotted the sniper though. They want this. Everyone's rotating now though, looking behind. Maximus is going to try and get this call, but I think the sniper is wary to this. There is a smoke that quickly gets broken. The jump in now from Godbeloved. The stun is there, but it doesn't quite land, and he gets pushed away. In fact, it's taken a lot of damage, but the sniper is there. And unfortunately, the only casualty at this time is going to be that Godbeloved. A very aggressive 3-man blink into getting the Bedlam off. But unfortunately, what did shove him back? Didn't let him keep that... That close proximity. I think it was the adaptive strike.
You're talking about from pushing him back. Yes.
Exactly right. Yeah, I was trying to see which ability did build that space.
Interesting. Gobelove is all of the kills for his team, but he's also got the most deaths. He's 7, 7, and 0. So this is the feast and famine happening from our off-laning American man.
Looks like pressure is still high on the bot tier 2. No jungle posturing to try and take this creep wave out.
Yeah, and the scary thing is that it's just that Radiants haven't made their way across the map, and they haven't really taken any objectives. Mid tower almost untouched. bot tower even less untouched, and top tower is less than half HP. But assassinate coming in on fish. But ultimately, the last couple of times we've seen pressure going in towards the top lane, Dire have responded quickly and they've TP'd in and destroyed them. So the only thing Radiant really are able to do now with all these aggressive wards placed is move us 5 towards the top lane and maybe hope to have a fight where they are able to get the Dire team slowly coming in.
Indeed, and we can see the Radiance was finished there right before the tier 2 tower dropped at the bot lane. So he's committed fully to the Radiance. He's queuing up now the Manta as well as the Aghanim Scepter, and they're going to try and form a somewhat of a little bit of a defense at the top lane. Blops here now, hitting under the Shadow Amulet, throwing the Shrapnel out. I think it looks like G2OP are going to be rotating away from this. Most of the members of No Jungle are in the mid lane though, under that tower. Godbeloved has shown they try for getting with the Dream Coil, but he blinks off just in time. The Peruvian improving his reactions are just that better, just a little bit better than they think. And it's a big fire going on the bot lane. Fish has seen Sniper and phase shift. Don't think it's going to be good enough. And big overwhelming odds. Yeah, big unleash at there.
Yeah, it just seems like Unleash is too good. Action mid lane, Godbeloved. Silenced up, Stoneform is able to get off some spells and try and move away, but separation isn't good enough. Axe is going to fall as well. The Warrior's Punch is going to be a killer.
Fiend's Grip was committed, but they couldn't get a kill with that, despite almost the full, I think, duration used. And Big Tauntaun, that might be that Radiance giving me a little bit of a effective HP, really. The snipe is there, but it goes on Maximus instead. They try to get this kill. In fact, the Ice Wall. Yep, Ice Puff does land on Space Cowboy, and they're going in. Maximus very tanky under this tower, taking as much damage as he can. And they're going to clean up Space Cowboy. In the meantime, Sniper is coming in from the behind. Going to try and get these kills. He's going to get the duel up and does get another duel. 30 extra damage for Sniper, and I'm starting to get worried about this. Look at the amount of right-click damage he's dealing now. 100 right-click free without the bonus items. My.
I think at 20 minutes, if you have a hero which has got duel, you want to have made way more than 2 kills off it. I think like he would like to have like 50 damage. If you think about it compared to something like, you know, like God's Strength or something where you're doubling up your damage as a core.
Yeah, absolutely. Well,
but
I think if he can... Go on.
Yeah. I was going to say, I find it interesting he's going for Shadowblade. Given that they're on such a back foot and they're going to be, you know, defending their objectives primarily, you would expect the Dire side to have quite a lot of vision, be prepared for it. So I'm interested to see why he's done this. Because ultimately it just means that maybe they feel like they need a break, or they think they're going to be able to make a lot of pickoffs and delay the Dire team going high ground. Action top. Looks like Tauntaun's going to get gone, snowballed, and dueled. He's out of mana already, but his team are coming. Oh, nice call.
He's not going to get the kill on the duel though. The phase shift is there, but I think he's going to fall. Yeah, and the punch clears it out. Tauntaun's going to back up here, and the Unleash going to be used as well. Getting that second kill, and Fisher's going to clean up the axe.
Yeah, so just a bad estimation of how much damage they deal. And
was close, but yeah, Radiant's really doing some work there, because a couple of hits that were crucial were missed.
That's true, but I mean, you have to give respect to the power of Mana Shield, and although you ran out of mana pretty quickly, it did its job. It did mitigate enough damage. But yeah, he is able to scamper away, and that basically makes me think if they just had one more person there, that fight could have gone completely different.
I hear Bedlam somewhere. It looks like Godbeloved is just going to be using that to farm on the bot lane.
Yeah.
I think if they do catch, to be fair, the damage was quite good, so they know that on the tankiest hero on the other side, they have a little bit less of a chance. They probably need 3 heroes to commit to that, but that does mean that duel would probably clean up one of these supports. And I think, especially with someone who carries duel, you kind of want a Blink Dagger or a Shadowblade to try and make these, you know, initiations. And I think the Shadowblade fits better with the build that Sniper's chosen to go for. So not a terrible choice. And I think at the moment I'm quite happy with what he's planning to do. But there's a big ask in terms of his build about getting a huge amount of items, you know.
Yeah, they can definitely kill the puck. I think they can kill the Dark Willow unless Unleash gets cast beforehand. But you know, like they didn't have to go out and do that. They were the ones who chose to go on the Morphling. They moved into a position to go on the Morphling. Maybe it's because they thought they could take the tower afterwards if no one came. But yeah, ultimately there's a lot of tanky heroes that they just can't kill, and with just 2 people.
No, I think they definitely need to commit more. And unfortunately, Roche is going to fall. This was scouted out by a scan by the Radiant, but unfortunately they weren't in any position really, or any confidence really, to take advantage or try and deny this. So warding walls coming up on the high ground here on the left-hand side in the terms of the Radiant jungle. And they're trying to force this attack on the tier 2 in the mid lane.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, big terror.
There's going to be that. Yeah, big terrorize going to hit 3. There's a duel. They're going to try and get the secured kill. The assassinate comes out on block, but doesn't really finish him off. And actually, it's going to be the sniper who's the first casualty. The Medusa's ultimate Stone Gate is going to be used out as well. They're going to be trapped now in terms of the Bramble Maze, but Maximus going in straight away here, and they're going to clean up maybe 2 kills, 2 more here.
Yeah, they're going to catch the
Yep,
axe
they're
as
going to
well.
finish that. And in fact, it looks like Godbeloved is going to fall as well. He is going to bring someone down with him, and it looks like this puck is going to die as well, but that is a full team wipe going in the favor of No Jungle.
Do you remember what I said earlier about Gobolov? Feast
Yes.
and famine. It's still
Yes.
happening. He's still got
Still
all
going
9 of the
strong.
kills of G2OP, and he's got 9 deaths. So match 9, 9, and 0.
Radiant's middle
Even with the 2 duels, I was actually trying to think, didn't Sniper win 2 duels? He did, but Godbeloved did secure those kills as well, so there you are. Doesn't look like they're gonna get this tower in the mid lane until before the team respawns. So G2OP gonna be able to defend this. It looks like actually top lane, a little bit of a scuffle here. Sniper unfortunately not getting the duel in time.
Oh, one thing that's quite interesting is that neither side has nor has queued up a Wraithback.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Broken item of the patch, and I think really who would you expect on either team to carry it? I'm guessing the
Tusk?
yeah,
I'd say Tusk.
I kind of don't know actually, because I kind of like him being this initiation kind of
Yeah, could
tanky
be block,
damage.
could be blocked as well.
Could be
Could be
blocked.
blocked.
Probably
as
could
well.
be blocked. He needs it all the time. In fact, in looking at the initiation, there's a huge call there. The Nightmare does come out to try and save him, but it doesn't manage to do that. He will end up falling. The Unleash going to be used as well, but that's just going to proc the Aegis. And unfortunately, Unleash is no longer available, but he does get a lot of this long-range distance with the orb moving forward. Going to get the last hit, kill there. Ice Path does miss. They're going to be looking for Godbeloved, but he's going to be able to blink out of there, and the Shrapnel does not, unfortunately, find him.
Yeah, he did a good job to get out, but once again, it seems like they're throwing everything they've got and just getting dunked into the floor.
Curious why they knew that Aegis was on them. Aegis was not taken too long ago. Why try and take that 5-man team fight? And especially with the tier 1 tower there, they have all the rotations available. So I think it's a bit of a risky play. They're probably hoping for just the pick off and maybe putting some TPs on cooldown, but didn't quite get it that quickly. You know, the Tusk did fall.
So who did the shard go to? I didn't actually see.
Bring a quick glance around myself now. I
Oh
don't
no,
think
it
this
was first Roche. That was
first
Roche,
Roche,
right?
yeah. Don't think
it's-
that was a shard.
It feels like at 26 minutes, given the way the game has gone, almost felt like it was the second Roche. Pretty interesting to see what Tauntaun. Tauntaun has a shard queued up, but to me it doesn't
actually-
seem like. Oh, action top.
Max was getting another kill. It looks like Unleash is off cooldown. Fish is going to get that second kill. And it looks like he's going to be taking out this tower as well very quickly.
Yeah, we might not actually see another item come up, but I am interested to see what Tauntaun would go for. He has a shard queued up, but in such a position, shard is not like that good, or action.
Cole
He
jumping
passes
straight
stone.
in. They're going to catch the Skywrath Mage. And the Assassin's going to come out, but it's not going to be that effective. And unfortunately, like Fish looks so tanky at the moment here. Regen just popped. He's got his Satanic and Black King bar. He's got a Maelstrom. I think he's going to be quite hard to kill when Unleashes are off cooldown.
Oh,
Godbeloved
coming
going in now with a huge call. He does get stunned up, but he's trying to go running back into it. The ice wall does miss. Decent defense attempt here coming out from G2 Gyro to OP. And they're gonna force No Jungle back into the triangle here.
Yes, so the Morphling now has finished off his Ags, gets the Mystic Snake upgrade, but and he has Aghanim Shard queued up. I think Lincoln Sphere. Okay, here we go. We're seeing the shuffle. Going to be going Lincoln Sphere and has the Shard. I think he's the one who'll get the Shard from the next rush.
Indeed.
Something where
Probably save that gold.
There's nothing more kind of frustrating when you take an Aegis later on and you have no one in your team who benefits from the Shard.
Yeah, it's a bit of a wasted money. I think, yeah, absolutely, probably the right call here for him as well, just to go for that Lincolns, get the next Roshan, and secure his free shard. Trying to see if anyone else's shard would have just as much utility, but it looks like Puck and Dark Willow no need for their shard ability. Liquid Frost wouldn't be too bad onto Bane, but I don't think that's going to go for it. And as well, the counter Helix, again, probably not too bad here, but the Aghanim Scepter is so much more value for him when he does go for that. BKB, though, is his current item of choice, and that is just finished on Maximus.
Yes, I mean, can't go wrong with the BKB.
I think especially with the Arcane Seal, yeah.
Yeah, there's just so much magic damage. Like, who really hurts him by punching him? Sniper kind of tickles. Legion Commander doesn't. Axe doesn't. I think once he BKBs, it's Shadow Realm is the only real way in which he's gonna die. Or maybe the sniper. Maybe the sniper gets enough fuel damage.
Indeed. I mean, the Aghanims is finished now on the Grimstroke, so Shadow Realm damage is available if he wants to go for that.
Yeah.
But it does look like they're running out of damage, and actually he's not even going to get his chance to do so. He's going to fall straight away. Big Tonton diving in now, the snowball's forced, and the Stone Gaze as well is procced, but Maximus got that BKB ready to fly forward.
Oh.
The Terrorize does land on him and forcing him down the mid lane, but there is going to be a buyback from the Axe as well. Gopalov looking for this initiation as well. The Ice Wall does land, Ice Path actually does land on somebody. Big Tonton going to go in and with the Stone get Mystic Snake and get a kill here, and there's going to be the stun from Blop as well. The Adaptive Strike comes used. Soulbind going to be used as well, but that Walrus Punch is going to clean up this kill, and the Stone Form from that Mystic Snake going to be forcing Axe back into his fountain, and this is going to be another lane of racks. The Glyph's going to be popped. And yeah, that's the third 4-man wipe, it does seem, from the side of No Jungle, clearing out G2OP. And it looks like even another kill on the sniper coming in at the top lane. Maximus rotating all the way up there to force him back. And fighting still going on there. Skills and abilities thrown back and forth. Blop trying to get the ice wall onto the Axe, but not really finding it there. And the ice shard's thrown out as well. Whew. Again, constant damage here back and forth. Assassinate coming out. That does stun up Big Tonton, but he's got that shard now. Unfortunately, he does buy it first. But Mystic Snake coming back out for him and turning him to stone.
Yeah, the Mystic Snake bringing back the mana means he's survivable. I think it's actually, earlier on I was saying it's not that great, but I actually take that back completely because there's so many spells that are available that are being cast on him, and yeah, all it does is it makes him more tanky, it makes him more survivable. But we're going to see Rush available in a minute. Bot lane is Raxed, mid lane tower is on less than half HP. So I think that they're just going to wait out, control the triangle, and maybe go Rush. Maybe they could go for another push and then fall back to Rush. But that seems little bit greedy. I think just controlling this area outside of the base is really where the name of the game is. And by that time we'll... Yeah.
So on there. I actually think, counter to your point, I actually think that they've shown that they're winning each of these team fights 5v5. They've taken at least 3 members of their opponents out every time they start to engage, and that's what forced the racks down bottom to fall. I think once they get another initiation by Big Tonton, or or Maximus, onto one of these squishy cores, or even the sniper, I think this game is sealed. 30k gold now on advantage. They could play it safe and take the Roshan. They are checking for it now, but they're clearly in the driver's seat, and I think they could choose when to go in and Yeah.
It just seems like they've just got some timing on some items that have come out. Fish has just finished off his Lincoln Sphere. I just think it's like, why not just take Rush, get the Aegis up? The only way in which you lose here is if you get like completely wiped repeatedly, and Aegis just stops that happening. So, it might mean waiting and being patient for another 90 seconds, but ultimately
Completely agree with you. If you
that's
look at how
what's,
they're going for that Roche.
Are scattered.
yeah, Fish is starting to do a lot of damage.
Yeah, it's got a Lincoln Sphere now, fresh off the bat. It looks like Morphling actually changing his build. It's not going for the Lincolns himself. He's going for an Eternal Shroud. Probably to give himself that little bit more mana. But who's the Shard going to go to now? Maximus picks up. I think there is value for him to have it, indeed. And he looks like he's going to be finishing his Vitality Booster into that Heart very shortly as well.
Yeah. Yeah, with less physical damage, it just means that if he gets on top of, for example, Space Cowboy, then
Yeah.
I think then the game's basically like very hard to, or like team fights are very hard to win.
For sure. Actually, looking at the other side of the teams here, looking at G2OP, I'm starting to despair about where that damage is coming from. The last item Sniper was able to pick up was this BKB, and it looks like he's queuing up for this Blink Dagger. Ditto is Space Cowboy. He's not going for any right-click damage or attack speed. He's going for a Yule Scepter. I think they're saving for the buyback now. So it feels like they are on the back foot here in terms of just pure damage output, considering how much utility that's on the side of No Jungle with the Heart finish, with the Aegis, with the Lincolns. I'm not sure they're gonna have the damage to get to clear this up.
Yeah, I mean, it's like every core on Dire has 80% more net worth. That's really what it's come down to.
Yeah, and this gold is
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Oh, so that's quite nice. Vision used top to just get the kill the tower, mid tower. Last tier 3 remaining, Maximus.
Lincoln's initially procced, but it's gonna be cooling down. It looks like he's going in, the BKB's procced, yep. And that's gonna be the first kill. They're gonna take out the Grimstroke, and there's no more damage. And it looks like Fish is going hard. And getting 2 kills, 3 kills in fact on the back line. And one more God Beloved is going to be diving in deep here with this BKB. The duel does come out as the buyback, I think, from Sniper is trying to... He does get the kill onto Lensk, but it looks like he's going to be paying for it with this big wall response by Maximus. Meanwhile, Fish still plenty healthy here. He's going to use the shard to jump forward, and he's going to do this right click. Throwing out the high five here, and it's going to be the last kill, and it's going to be GG cold.
Fish survive. I thought he was done for sure.
Yeah,
I still got the ages and everything, but I thought they were gonna pop in.
And then basically the last fight, the Sniper was able to destroy Gobelov's 100% kill statistic, taking 1 of the 11. But Gobelov did die, so he went 10 and 11. I think there could be some words about that, but yeah, I mean, ultimately on the Radiant side, G2OP were defeated, and it would be interesting, I guess, to see whether or not G2OP are able to come back on the Dire side, traditionally the harder side. They do have a mulligan in hand, but so do No Jungle, who take game number 1 quite convincingly. 35 minutes and 40k net worth. That's a Gaben level shellacking. But yeah, Rumble in the Jungle carries on after a short break, where we'll come back with game number 2 between No Jungle and G2OP. Really was a cracker of a game 1. What was the total damage done by Fish there? I'm interested to see that.
28k, give or take, hero damage.
28k. Okay, I thought it would be a little bit more than that. I think thought we would see something like 25, 26. But yeah, is the leader ultimately in that statistic, and also did most of the building damage for his side. So quite an OP build. But G2OP know how to draft, they know how to get back, and they know how to hopefully tilt No Jungle off the face of the earth. We'll be back for game number 2 in